Hello everyone, Bruce with an Aerial Viewpoint, and we're on the Sandusky River, May 11th, and the water is up and rolling almost to flood stage. Uh, I'm sure we're going to have a few areas where the water's over the banks. We got a good inch local, and they got almost 2 inches south of us, so it's going to stay up for a few days at least. We're in the rapids area, or what used to be below the Ballville Dam here. Instead of being a big backed up basin, it's now real nice rapids. Now, right now, it's bank to bank full of water. This is a 3-foot drop in the river right here, and it's flowing so much that you really can't see the drop. Just a quick pivot here showing you the reservoir. That water looks nice and blue. And back to the muddy water here. We will head downstream and try to get a little better look of everything. As far as white bass fishing, don't think so. Maybe by the weekend we might be okay, and this is Tuesday, so give about 3 days at least, and then maybe things will settle down. We're right beside Oakwood Cemetery, coming up on the old Ballville Dam area and my famous tree catchers. And this high water has done what it usually does. It's brought a lot more trees down the river. So as we get over these power lines, I'll drop down for a nice closer look. Kind of first time filming with my new drone, and this one has a 4x zoom when I'm filming, and it also has a thermal camera, so I'll edit up the thermal images later and see if it's worth posting. I'm going to pivot around and drop down, take a look at the tree catchers. And yep, they've caught quite a few trees. Now, these pillars are about 10 foot out of the ground, and as you can see, that water's about 2 foot from the top, maybe 3, so we've got a good 6 to 8 feet of height to the river right now, so there's a lot of water coming down. And gee, these were just cleaned out, and they're packed full of trees. Not all the way yet, but getting there. There's just no way you're going to fish today. I think you throw a line in here, and about 3 seconds later, it'll be out of at the bay. Lots of rapids. Now we're at Rivercliff Park, and we're gonna stay low for a minute here so you can kind of see just how high that river is. We're right at the banks, and she's over the banks on the other side here. This is right across from the Rivercliff Park, and all rapids. Actually, just fast moving water right now. It's up and over the rapids where it isn't quite as bumpy of a ride as you'd have. Bob Turner, I'll give you a call out, and Beth Turner here. We ought to try taking some canoes down shortly here. Maybe let it come down a little bit to where we got some bigger rapids. That would be fun. And this is the Haunted Hydro on the right here. And not too far in the future here, we'll be able to drop canoes off and rent them here. As you can see on this other side, south side here, it's just about up over the banks. And we'll pivot around to see the hydro and back downstream towards Rivercliff Park here. I'm going to stay low a little bit and give you a better view, I hope. I'm hoping this year that we can see a lot of wildflowers in this park. You know, the county's been working hard at bringing it back to its natural beauty. I know they've got a few trails that you can walk. And the river is really pretty down through here when it's clear and running normal. Right now it's mean and muddy. If you've watched other videos, you'll notice this little island coming up here. And right now the water's completely over the top of it. If you were coming down in a canoe, you really wouldn't have to paddle at all. You just have to steer and the current would carry you along. We've got the eagle up here. I'm going to have to kind of stay clear of them. See what they're doing. That's the river cliffs right there on the right. And we're just going to hold still for a minute and let the eagle decide where she's going to go. Do not want to be interfering with their flights. Now that I've got the big zoom on this drone though, I may have to do some long range peeks into the nest and see if we can see the youngins. Good fishing area right below, and you can't even see where you would normally stand. Right now it's all underwater. So as I said, there's no way we're going to fish today, tomorrow, or probably even through Friday. And it's the blue banks there right below us. Coming into Roger Young Park and Walsh Park. I'm not going to bother to go too much farther here. As you can see, it's just high water up a good 4 to 6 feet higher than normal and no fishermen in sight. You can see this area here, Rivercliff, is actually flooded. I wanted to take a look at the blue banks again. I'm right above them here. Water's way up higher than normal there. I don't know if we can see with the trees here or not, but there's actually water quite a bit over the banks here. Yeah, you can kind of see through that we've got water everywhere in there. I think there's trails right through here and they're completely covered up. You know, our eagle nest is somewhere in here. I'll stay clear of it for now. If you haven't come to this park, you need to come. It's really a pretty park, and there's plenty to do. This is more of a nature park, so this is hiking trails and lots of animals. We know we've got quite a few deer come through here, and lots of birds. Not too much longer, our county parks department will be having their offices in this building here. It's being renovated and fixed up. Should make a great spot for them. And parked all by my lonesome here. A couple Ranger trucks, but actually nobody's around. And we want to thank everyone for viewing, and I'll be back in a week probably with another flight. Not sure it'll be upstream, downstream, or what, but we're back home. Thanks again for watching.